Hey, it's Melissa again. I've got another story for y'all today. This one's coming from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is about the Drish House. It was built back in the early 1800s. A Dr. Drish that was from Virginia came down here and bought a 160-acre piece of property. He came here from Virginia after his wife had passed away. Her name was Catherine, and he left their daughter Catherine with family members back in Virginia while he got his new physician practice started up here in Tuscaloosa. He met a young woman named Sarah, and they got married, and they built this house on this 160 acres. It's a Greek-style revival mansion. Now it's surrounded by buildings. There's businesses everywhere, and it's in a little roundabout. At one time, it was even an auto parts business. It had gotten in really bad shape, and then a church took it over in the 1970s, I believe it was, and restored it. It was put on the Historical Society and now is available for tours. They do have ghost tours on it at Halloween especially, but several paranormal investigators have come to check it out as well. Side note, he brought his daughter Sarah down, and she met a young man here in Tuscaloosa. It's a sad story. Fell in love with him. And either he left her and she just married someone else in New Orleans, or the other story is her father didn't approve of the young man in Tuscaloosa, and he sent her to live with this, or to marry this man in New Orleans. His last name was King, and he divorced her and sent her back to Tuscaloosa with their two sons. So she went to live with Sarah and her dad here in Tuscaloosa. Her dad kept her locked away, wouldn't let her talk to anyone or have anything to do with society. Anyway, when he passed away in 1864 it was, he was in bad shape. Physically, he had been an alcoholic. He fell down the stairs, and that's how he died. He was also broke. He had gambled away all of his money during the war, and had just left nothing to Sarah. The state took the house. The state of Alabama took the house away from her for back taxes, and it was sold to a lawyer here in town named Powell. And Mr. Powell let her and Catherine stay there until Sarah passed away. When Dr. Drish had been buried, and this is getting to the ghost part of it, when Dr. Drish was buried, they held a wake in the cupola, or tower, the top of the building, and they had placed funeral candles around his casket. Sarah had wanted those same candles at her wake. Well, her niece looked and looked and couldn't find them. She and some others from the family looked all over the house. They couldn't find them anywhere, and so they had to settle and just use some other candles. And Sarah wasn't happy about that, evidently, because she is still in the house. Firefighters are called out from time to time because people see a fire in the tower, cupola, and they go and there's no fire, but they have seen Sarah. They've seen her presence in the building. It's always a ghost fire, though. There's never an actual fire. A young couple of girls were visiting after the house had been sold, and some new people were there. I'm not sure if it was Dr. Powell or not. Not Dr. Powell, but the lawyer Powell. They had stayed back at the house by themselves. They weren't feeling well, and they were just visiting. And they were in a front parlor that had been turned to a bedroom. Everyone else was gone from the home. There may have been a maid or a cook or someone there, but no family members. And they said that during the night, they heard the door open to the room. And someone came in there and checked on them. Walked over from the door, tucked them in, made sure they were covered up well, and then left. And they asked, had somebody come back to check on them? Did the maid come check on them? Nobody had come to see them. It's believed that it was Miss Sarah. Sarah had come to check on those girls and make sure they were okay, just like she had taken care of Catherine when she was young. There have been several paranormal sightings from investigators that have come, recordings, voice recordings. And as I said earlier, if you wanted to tour it, you can. They were doing tours Friday and Saturday, and I believe they still are, from like 1 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can also come at Halloween. There are several houses on the haunted tour in Tuscaloosa. So if you're down this way, come check it out. And that is the story of the Drish House.